Okay, so I woke up this morning thinking, you know what would be a cool superpower? Forge's superpower. And you know how it is when something breaks and you try to figure out how to put it together and just kind of naturally have this instinct of, okay, this maybe goes here. I think this part goes here. Maybe this part would connect there. And then you make it work. That's literally Forge's superpower. He has a version of technopathy which allows him to get things to work. He just visually sees it and he knows where things go so that things would eventually work. Now, there's a misconception that Forge forgets what he created or that he can never create it again, but that's not literally how it works. It's the same situation as if you made something work before and if it breaks again and if you try to do it again, you may not have the same idea of how to do it anymore and you're wondering, how did I do this last time? So the thing about Forge is he did need to kind of develop his engineering skills and he did kind of have to work on his memory in order to make sure that he have the ability to at least replicate what he's doing or understand what it is that he's doing, but still his powers to understand how things may work as long as they're in front of him. He will be able to build almost anything and get anything to work as long as he sees them. And that's a really cool superpower to have. Now, he's not like Tony Stark or Reed Richards. He's not smart that way. That's not what makes Forge who he is. He's not a genius inventor. It's almost a magical sort of way that he can invent things. He does retain some of that information, due to repetition and due to just, studying engineering all these years while he was developing his superpower. But you can not really put him in the same echelon as Iron Man or Mr. Fantastic in terms of smarts necessarily. He might out invent them when if something needs to be invented. That said, he can repeat certain things, like for example, mutant power inhibition and security protocols and whatnot. Those are things that he can repeat because of how he learned how his own power works, or he was able to reverse engineer what he was doing. So that's a pretty cool superpower. I would love to just, take a look at how I can build certain stuff and make them work. That would be really